Avi still P6 at the moment. Matthew into P8, so this can be a P6 secure for Avi at least. MORELEADER's invalidated, so Avi just needs to get over the line. Razzle has invalidated. MORELEADER P5, Avi P6, but is it going to be Avi ahead of MORELEADER? Yes, it is. Only P5 though. And as he said, MORELEADER P6. But as we go to trackside for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, it's going to be 5 red lights. And it's the lights out, and away we go. And I do think the McLaren did get a pretty good start, but Kalik is going to be quick enough. Can challenge it down the inside, going into turn 1. No, he is just too far back. Going side by side is Craggy and Dodo into turn 2 we go. Oh, there's been a massive crash at the back there. And MORELEADER is crucially in P14. And that is probably his championship already over. Dodo got the move on Craggy and Avi into P5. And we do have a virtual safety car already.
There's damage flying about everywhere, but I think crucially MORELEADER doesn't have any damage. And he got sandwiched in between the 2 cars of FaZe-Dom and Matthew.
And I think FaZe-Dom is going to get it even going into turn 27, even before the move, and goes down the inside of turn 27. Jamie tries to hold it around the outside. Bit of a snap for FaZe-Dom on the rear end, but FaZe-Dom gets the move. And I think MORELEADER as well, crucially, which is what he needs, is also going down the inside of Jamie. And those softs have not warmed up as MORELEADER sets the fastest lap of the race so far. And gets into P11.
They were battling, and now the DRS over Ransdale and Khaled.
Yeah, I was seeing that as well. Craggy into P3.
MORELEADER picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Oh, that is not good, as my controller's back.
Avi has gapped the front pack has gapped the rest of the field.
Yeah, I was about to say that, as Foxus and Ghost Alonso were battling a little bit. And Razzle has got the move back on Khaled.
I doubt we'll be seeing MORELEADER anywhere near the top.
And Craggy's gone around the outside as well, but Khaled holds it down the inside, and it's still going to remain wheel to wheel as we go into turn 1. Ghost Alonso gets back past on Foxus as Craggy goes around the outside. Can Craggy also make the move on Razzle going into turn 1 to take the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? Foxus gets back past, but Craggy has to stay behind for the time being.
Minding his time, but MORELEADER gets another 3 seconds.
And that was for corner cutting as well. If he did get straight 3 seconds and they were unfair, then he can get them removed. But it is a bit, you know, you don't usually see it. Really as MORELEADER has had a crash with Tim and the other Mercedes as well. And MORELEADER for sure has damage now.
Yep, he's missing the right hand plate of his wing.
MORELEADER tries to go down the inside of Tim there, very close, and again makes a bit of contact. And I think MORELEADER is slightly losing his head now a little bit. And I think Razzle is going to now try and get past Craggy, and does. Can Khaled look for a move around the outside as well? Yes, he does. Can Khaled hold that round the outside of the Red Bull? And it's still going to remain wheel to wheel. Razzle actually decides to cover off the Red Bull. But Khaled has got the straight line speed, and now Razzle moves over to cover off the Alpine, and the Red Bull of Craggy is let through. Razzle gets back into the lead of the race. Craggy dives it down the inside, makes a bit of contact with the Red Bull, and the Red Bull is forced wide a little bit. Craggy, very sportsmanship to give it, and they both go into the pits.
Follow Khaled into the pits.
Oh, and Avi gets passed on the pit exit because Khaled hit the pit exit. Or the entry.
Crucial.
And that happened in Division 4.
That could be the championship right there.
That happened in Division 4 as well. So Avi is now in a net P3. How did Khaled let that slip away? As the top 3 pit, we're going to see where Avi and Khaled will come out compared to them. It is a relatively short pit lane here.
I think given the fact that they've burned pretty much all the batteries to obviously try and keep each other at the DRS and stay in DRS, I think they're going to have a decent gap coming out of the pits.
But there is
I say that the cars will be side by side.
And Avi lets him go, but Dodo is ahead of Khaled. So that is a car in between Avi and Khaled, as Bosmowitz has retired. And that's a safety car.
Oh my god.
This could help out Tim a little bit. But unfortunately for his teammate, who is the one that caused that safety car.
We'll put Tim easily behind in P7.
Now, do you think MORELEADER should pit now for another set of mediums?
Oh, 100%. He's at the back regardless. He needs to get in. Do something.
Jamie comes in as well. So does Matthew. FaZe-Dom stays out, and MORELEADER does indeed come in. And let's see if it will be onto the medium tyres.
Might even go hards.
And he is going for hards. Ooh, obviously you know being the head steward, but here we go. Out the final corner, and Craigie has put the power down. What is going to happen with Avi and Ransdell will ride on board with them. And also look at MORELEADER in the back. Is he gaining on Matthew? And honestly, I don't think he is, but MORELEADER, sorry, Avi, sorry, cannot make the move on Ransdell going into turn 1, so they will stay the same.
Yeah, as the pack is a bit too close.
Oh, is Jamie going to look for the switchback on Matthew? And they've crashed. Can that allow MORELEADER to go down the inside? No, it can't. MORELEADER has to stay behind, but Jamie tried what I did yesterday on 2 cars. Couldn't get that move done though. But will Avi let him go as Kalik and Dodo go side by side into turn 27? And there is no collisions into there. Fair and fair and clean racing. Can Ransdell try and send a dive bomb on Craigie? And no, he doesn't. He elects to stay behind. 2 wide in the background there is Kalik and FaZe Dom. Kalik losing a couple places down that straight. And there's a little bit of contact with himself and Foxes. Foxes is staying in front of FaZe Dom. It will be, good for him to win another championship, especially, in the situation that he's in. I always do like an underdog, but I do want to see MORELEADER getting his first, driver's title as well.
Just didn't let Tim through.
Yeah. Tim up to P3 as Tim is going to look for it around the outside of Craigie, and Tim will get into P2 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but Craigie is still going to hold it down the inside. He's still going to hold it around the outside, does Tim, and Tim does indeed get into P2. And there's only one more driver he needs to overtake to get the lead of the race. And this is exactly what I want to see. And honestly, I said under the safety car, Tim could win it. And honestly, I didn't think it was going to be possible, but seeing as the race is panning out, it's seeming possible right now. Well, he's going to try to go around the outside. And they're going to go side by side in turn 22 and 23. And fair racing there, no collisions, but Tim will have the better exit. Going down this straight, Craigie's going to look for it as well.
A bit of carnage.
Craigie goes around the outside of both of them. Craigie gets into the lead. Ransdell is going to try and fight it with Tim. Down the inside is Kalik, sorry, on Dodo, and he does get the move. Can Kalik also get the move on Avi? Tim is through on Ransdell, and Kalik is put into the inside of Avi. Can he get it as Tim pulls to the inside? Tim gets into the lead. Kalik still trying to fight this down the inside of Avi. Round the outside, he's going to have to try it into turn 2. Through turn 3, can Kalik get the traction down as best he can? And Avi is still going to be there on the outside, and Kalik just gets in front going into turn 4. And honestly, I think Avi backed out there. That would have been a stupid idea to go side by side into turn 4. You need to start using it to catch up.
Safe, and I think that's good for now.
Ransdell is going down the inside of Tim, but I think Tim is going to fight that back around the outside as MORELEADER gets up into P8. Still with those penalties though. Is Ransdell going to look to go down the inside and into the lead of the race? Yes, he does. And Kalik is going to try and fight this back down the inside, going into turn 1, but isn't able to make it. Ransdell into the lead. Craigie going down the inside into turn 2 and gets into P2, but Kalik is still going to try and fight this into turn 3 and into turn 4. We're going to go side by side, and Kalik gets the move. Nearly goes off track there. And I think Tim had a slight snap, and Avi's back down in P6, back with Dodo, and Dodo is up into P6.
Fly, I don't know who it was.
And MORELEADER is right behind in P7.
He had a massive snap and nearly caused a pile up. I think it might be Dodo swing that's gone.
Yeah, Dodo is missing an end plate. FaZe Dom and Jamie having a bit of side-by-side moment into turn 13.
I'm right behind Avi.
Oh, as Jamie just gets in front there.
MORELEADER's still last.
And MORELEADER is going to pull to the inside of Tim, and a bit of contact between those two drivers. And MORELEADER's been crushed again into turn 27. And honestly, I think that was self-inflicted. I think he tried an ambitious dive bomb on Tim. Maybe he was side by side enough, so it could be a penalty coming Tim's way. But I think MORELEADER, in theory, probably instigated that a little bit. To be completely honest.
I was on board with MORELEADER there, and I think it was, unfortunately for him, his fault. I think we don't give fastest lap points unless they're in the top 10.
No, we don't. Ransdell gets back into the lead. Kalik tries to go around the outside of the McLaren. Oh, and there's contact, and both of them are in the wall. Craigie's had a moment as well, and Avi's been forced into the barrier with Dodo. And Avi back down in P5. What is happening with this top 5? Avi, I think, is still just in it. But with the, you know, if there are pen removals, that could be, you know, that could be
the
seen.
last thing he wants is to win this on pens.
And Craigie now gets the 3 seconds.
Craigie's gone off track.
So it's going to be a McLaren 1-2.
Has Avi got any battery to burn? He does.
Ransdell is going to come out victorious as Craigie and Kalik is still going to fight going into the final few corners. But Ransdell has controlled this race beautifully, but Craigie does indeed get past, and I think Ransdell is trying to let off for Avi, because Avi is in a spot to win it. And I think there you go, Ransdell pulls to the outside, and Avi will come through within 3 seconds of each other, and Avi will come across the line to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and is your Division 3 champion of the world from being in P2 for pretty much the absolute entire season. But he comes through when it absolutely mattered, and Avi wins the championship. Ransdell will take P2 as well. Whether that will stay due to pens, I do not know. But Foxes takes P3 there. Craigie into P4. Kalik in P5. Dodo will take P6 with Matthew in P7. Facetom in P8 as well. Goes Alonso P9. Jamie in P10. Tim in P11. And MORELEADER, unfortunate for him, but he will finish in P12. And with that result, McLaren are also Division 3 Constructors Champions of the world as well.
Oh.